Work for one or want to start one? Business is central to your life. But do most business shows really speak to you?
Today on the show, the $1 billion valuation of
Balogun and Broad does. Let's talk about the stock market and Alaba market. Let's talk about share IPOs and diesel supply LPOs. Let's talk about Broad Street.
The Nigerian Stock Exchange recorded an all-time high of...
And Balogun Street.
The maximum I was spent on fuel to and fro was 4,000.
On Balogun and Broad, Wednesdays at 5.
Why are bakeries raising bread prices? We're still talking about the baking business because bread is something that almost every Lagosian puts on their table. And here's today's business hard fact. The Lagos chapter of the Association of Master Bakers and Caterers of Nigeria has decided to raise the price of bread. The bakers say it's the only way they can keep their head above water because flour prices have gone up. Our Nigeria Info newsroom talked to some bakers and other Lagosians about the price hike. So before you and I talk, let me play you what they said.
The small loaves that was 100 naira before will now go for 150. The 150 naira one will now go for 200. 50 naira increase. Then the bigger loaves, 100 naira increment. You know how much the price of dollar now? Dollar is 570. All the materials that is being used to bread in Nigeria, they are imported. So if the rate of dollar that comes down, we expect the price of bread to come down. But if the rate of dollar goes up, we don't have choice. That we make the necessary adjustment for us to remain in business. We have a task force that is monitoring that, and nobody will sell more than the agreement of the association, because the people that are buying the bread are very, very sensitive. If they come to you and you tell them your own is 200, and the same size of bread, they go to another bakery, they see it for 150, they will not buy that one.
Let these prices come down a little bit so that we can be able to afford to eat bread. It's too much. 400, 500, bread 700 naira. For God's sake, something of 200 naira before. The increase is too much.
Our salaries are not increasing, and the only bread we could afford is 300. It is now 450. How do you expect us to keep surviving? It has not been easy.
Bread don't cost. Everything is costly. Please, we beg you, help us beg Nigeria. Everything is too cost.
This increase in the price of bread is too much. Government should assist in doing something about it. Our children can no longer eat bread. We adults can't even dare.
We have so many flour mills in Nigeria, but as I'm speaking with you, we have only 3 functional flour mills. What I mean by functioning is that it is only 3 that are very, very active. And the 3 that are working now, the demand for the product is on the high side. About 80% of what we consume in this country are made from wheat. So you can imagine for only 3 mills to be supplying what is needed in this country. So that has been the problem. As I'm speaking with you, the value of dollar to naira is 570 naira now. And also, the availability of dollar is even not much. So the quantity of dollar that is needed to buy all these things from other countries, it makes them to be very, very difficult. So that has been the reason why we decided that, well, we have to try and adjust the price of our loaves so that we can remain in business. I appeal to the federal government. They should make provision for forex for the millers.
If you hold it now, you don't even know that maybe you hold something. Then if you call the nylon, there's nothing inside. Very light, no taste.
Bread no be like the bread we used to know again. You will see bread big, but you no get weight.
Man, even if you buy 200 naira bread, I swear nothing dey inside. Now full inside, nothing. I say if you know if you even chop 200 naira bread, maybe like full again.
Go see some bread, go just dey like this, like say room it too much, shakarin too much. We don't tire, we know they chop better thing.
There's no dough inside the bread. If you just press it, it's like there's just air, and it even makes you more hungry. So it's like you should not even buy the bread at all.
It is when you consume it through the taste, you know that the quality has dropped drastically and is scaring consumers.
Yes, they are even using it even before the COVID-19 because of the economical meltdown. They are using it just to improve their bread so that they can make gain. The health hazard is using bromate. Excess consumption of bromate can affect the colon, can affect the liver, can affect the kidney. It has a carcinogen effect. It's cancerous, but people may not know. A lot of people are putting their life at risk.
For a very long time ago, we are not using bromate again. Because one, the quality of flour that is being produced is okay now. So we don't need bromate. You just use your flour with yeast, with butter, and the approved things that we are supposed to use. The bread will come out fine without bromate. So the era of bromate is gone. We don't use it again.
A big thank you to the newsroom for getting those voices for us. Special shout out to Emmanuel Onwoka. Lagos, what do you think about what the different stakeholders had to say? If you're also a baker, if you work in the industry, if you have some insights to share, women call me on 01465 7190. Men call me on 0700 993 993. So you heard bakers say that they've increased bread price and they'll start selling the increased price. You heard from the chairman of the Association of Bakers and Caterers of Nigeria in Lagos, Raji Omotunde, who was speaking on the scarcity of bread, saying that the scarcity was deliberate by the bakers so that they can draw the attention of the public to their plight and to enable them introduce the new prices. He's hoping that the increase in price could help them stay in business because, things are really expensive to bake. Baking ingredients are really expensive. And he attributed it to the rise of the dollar price. You also have him saying that that they've put together a task force in Lagos, for instance, to ensure that bread sellers don't sell above the stipulated price to members of the public. So what I'm curious about is, first of all, how much are you buying bread where you are? What part of Lagos are you in, and how much is bread there? And then you also heard from a cross section of residents here in Lagos appealing for an end to the continuous hike in the price of bread. And then you had bakers who were saying that they're forced to import flour because the flour mills in Nigeria are not functional. Then you heard them also talk about a possibility that we're going to buy bread more expensively. You heard the national vice president of the Association of Bakers, for instance, urging Nigerians to brace for increase in prices on all their products if the price of dollar continues to increase. And then you have some members of the public that Emmanuel Onwuka spoke with again, who were speaking about the poor quality of bread that is currently in the streets. Some of them said that they noticed that the quality had changed after bakers started complaining about the hike in the price of bread ingredients. So they talked about being alarmed about the return of potassium bromate and saccharin in bread production. And then we heard from a nutritionist, Samuel Adekeye, and Samuel was saying that people cannot use potassium bromate because it causes cancer, it causes kidney failure. He was also talking about all of the bakeries that have returned to adding a potassium bromate, a chemical that has been banned, by the way. And he said that a lot of these bakeries are just looking to make a profit and they're not really, giving a damn about the health of the public that they're destroying. I mean, doctors continue to wonder why more and more Nigerians are coming down with kidney failure. You go to a dialysis center and it's filled with Nigerians waiting to get dialysis because, failed kidneys. And you have to wonder, what are we putting in our mouths as consumers? And you also heard the Master Bakers and Caterers Association of Nigeria denying the allegations that no, they are not using potassium bromate. They've not gone back to that. But I remember last week or 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago when we had an actual baker on the show who said, some bakers have started doing it. But anyways, that's a recap of what you listened to. What do you say? What do you think about what the bakers had to say? If you are a baker, if you work in the industry, if you have some insights to share, please give us a call. 01465 7190 0700 993 993 993. Hello.
Hello, Sandra.
Thanks for calling. What's your name?
My name is Dave. I'm calling from Amur.
Amur. Your name is Abe?
Dave.
Oh, Dave. Hi, Dave. All right. How much is bread in Amor?
It's still the normal 100 naira, 200, and the rest.
Okay.
So maybe this association, they're just trying to maybe pushing the effects of the suffering economy and just trying to make things better for themselves. I don't see any. What are they importing that they cannot go through the CBN and get the dollar, the 410 naira? Why do people keep going with the 570 naira per dollar this thing? You know, it's worrisome. Or are there things that the CBN banned that they can't use to do bread? They should let us know. If not, they should go to the CBN and get the dollar and be importing whatever they want to import and let the price be normal. When we complain in this country, some people will just keep their prices at certain level. Then you go to them and say, hey, country hard, and they'll be looking at you and they'll be laughing because of the profit they're making on whatever business they're doing. That's just the situation of things in Nigeria. People just
Dave?
Survive. Hello?
Yes, people just, we lost you there for a bit.
I said people just want to climb on the next person to survive in the country. That's just the situation of things.
Thank you for calling us. Mustafa is in Surulere. Hi, Mustafa.
Yes, my president. Good afternoon, man.
Good afternoon, sir. Thanks for calling us.
Good to hear from you again.
Good to hear from you too.
Yes, I want to talk as regards this very palaver. Me, as a person, when I was growing up, I have worked in bakeries.
Okay.
Many times before I took my book serious and I became a teacher.
Okay.
So now, as regards the bread price, in my area, Aguda, the bread prices are too high.
Okay.
There is no food day that I will never eat bread. Me and bread, we are very, very close. In fact, bread is my snack.
How much is bread there?
Number one, the bread that was formerly 550 naira is now 700 naira and is on slice. There was a day I called the boss that was producing the bread. I told him that he should not increase the price of this bread because it will result into bad purchase or low, let me say bad market rather.
Okay.
So I told him, and he said he would do something to him. But by the time I went back, I realized that the inflation has taken place by 150 naira. So I called him, I said, why now? But he told me he will not do this. He said there was nothing he could do. Meanwhile, the value of the bread too was reduced, totally diminished.
Okay.
So everything you are eating is not quality at all. So that's my take. Thank you.
Thank you, Mustafa, for calling with that eyewitness account there. Where I buy bread from, there's a bakery close to my house, and I love their bread. And they used to sell their bread for 500 naira. But they've now increased it to 650 naira. And like every time I buy it, I just they pay my body say they buy bread 650. Like now what? Hello.
Hello.
Thanks for calling. What's your name?
Yes.
This is
Joy.
Hi, Joy. Good to have you on the show. Oh, Joy's network isn't cooperating. Joy, please call us back if you can. We've got Adeshewa on the line. Adeshewa, welcome.
Good afternoon, Sandra.
Good afternoon.
It's me or your Kotikoti line friend.
Let's not cut today.
I wonder. It's not cut. It must not cut.
Amen. No.
Sandra, when we were young, there's this bread called bready beji.
Okay.
They always call it bready beji that time.
Okay.
If my mommy cut 1 into 2 for us, we are okay. You can't believe it that your baby, my baby, 8-year-old girl, you give her 150 naira bread now, she will tell you, Mommy, I want more in the next 2 hours. The quality has reduced. You eat bread before, you feel your tummy as if you are eating too much. But now, it will just be as if you drank bobo or you ate gala. That's how bread is now. Just as if you ate gala. And you're just like, I'm waiting, it's just an appetizer. So there's something, I've worked in a bakery before.
Okay.
And what they used then was, in fact, I had to tell you, this shakarin, they were putting it there. Okay. But when it was banned, I don't know what bromate looked like.
Okay.
So I don't know how it looked like, but I don't know whether they used it there.
Okay.
But when it was banned, the quality of the bread was even more. Then, Sandra, I want to ask something. Sorry. There was a time there was this corn flour that we were using for bread. Can't you use it again? In Nigeria, must we import?
Good question. Adeshawa, thank you very much. Like, I honestly, I don't know. I'm hoping that there are bakers who are listening who will call me and educate me about corn flour and why we can't use corn flour, why we have to use the flour from wheat, which, by the way, the CBN has restricted access to Forex too. So now we can't produce enough flour in Nigeria. We have to import. Now, imported flour is already more expensive. So the rest, as they say, is history. Chima and Amor Duffing, welcome.
Thank you very much. Good evening, Sandra.
Good evening.
Yes. Someone called earlier from Amor Duffing and said the price of bread is the same. I want to counter that.
Okay.
Okay. Exactly what you're discussing was what I was discussing with my wife this morning.
Okay.
There is a particular place where we buy freshly baked bread.
Okay.
You go, when you want it, you get it hot. We buy it for 600 naira.
Okay.
We bought on Saturday night. On Monday morning, I went there to buy. It was for 850. That same bread of 600 naira.
of Africa, 250 naira extra.
Yes.
Damn.
Yes.
Damn.
And then I was asking them, at least inform your customers now that you want to increase the price. They said no, they can't, because they just went to get the baking materials on Saturday, and the prices were not friendly.
Yeah.
So you go and then you see why I stopped buying bread from the roadside is the quality of bread has dropped totally.
Right.
If I don't get from that freshly baked place, I prefer taking my tea with biscuits. And I'm good.
Are you okay? Yeah.
You get a bread of 500 naira, and then you think it's a quality bread. The taste is next to zero.
Mm-hmm.
The quality has dropped, and I think this is where government has to come in. The government has to come in. Bread is more like a common thing for every man. Bread should be a food for the poor and the rich. There should be no classism in bread. There should be subsidy. I mean, these guys now, from the record you played, they said getting Forex. Make this thing available to manufacturers, to bakers, please. People are dying of hunger. Bread should be one of the most cheapest thing in the market to afford. But lately, people can't afford it. Bread is more like now for the rich. I don't know which way forward in this country. Thank you very much.
Chima, thank you very much for calling. Azubike is in a relay. Azubike, welcome.
His Excellency President Sandra Ezekwesili. I'm so much excited to have your voice this evening. Good evening to you.
Good evening, sir. Welcome.
Thank you. Coming about this bread increase of prices, it has become a worrisome. It's not only a bread. Every food item in Nigeria now is very, very hard. And the way their price is going, I don't think that poor man can be able to afford buying of bread, because this current administration, the way they are heading us to, I don't know where they are even heading us, where they are heading us in a good way or they are heading us in a harsh shape. We are talking about 2021. We don't know how 2022 will look like. Everything in Nigeria now is increasing. Even bitter cola itself, that they can be able to sell 10 naira. Now, one bitter cola is 15 naira, 100 naira. They're talking of bread. Bread, anybody that is eating bread now, that person is a big man. Because the price of bread now is something that if you don't have money, you better hide your face. And what our federal government is doing that is not, that I don't actually like. If it goes to, let me say, Cameroon, common Cameroon here. Cameroon, they have a fixed price on every of their food items and other items. Why is it here in Nigeria we don't have a fixed price of those food items or building material or whatever? That is what we're supposed to look into, so that if the federal government, the thing is affecting federal government, it will also affect the poor man. Because the federal government, they don't actually pass all this thing that we are facing. Are you getting me? Because everything there is free. The federal government, they are providing this free for them. So the only thing that can solve this problem of increase of food items is to go back to the drawing board and have a a sustainable prices in other things items. That's where I can solve it. Like in my own area, the bread that I used to buy 300 naira. As I'm talking to you now, that bread is 650 naira. Since that the price have increased money, I don't actually buy that bread again. I rather go to the cheaper one, which is agege. Even that agege, for you to get it now, it's very, very hard. So let us put our eyes in place and protest about all this food increase. Because the only thing that the youth can do now is to protest about all this increase of the things that is happening in this Nigeria. Without we coming out to protest, I don't know how 2022 will look like. It will be worse than this one that we are seeing now.
Azubike, thank you very much for calling. You know, the bakers want the central bank to give them access to Forex so they can import the ingredients that they need to bake bread. And that means that the first point to talk about is why the bakers need to import these ingredients to begin with. Last week, I gave you a statistic. I told you that this year, Nigeria will consume 4.7 million metric tons of wheat. But only 1% of that will be homegrown wheat. So clearly, we don't produce enough wheat to make enough flour to make enough bread. But the bakers are saying that even the wheat that we're importing myself is not being transformed into enough flour locally. Because you heard the guy that said that most of the flour mills have shut down or they're not working well. So upon all the wheat where we import, we still even need to import flour. The bakers normally do that directly, but now they don't have access to Forex to do it because CBN don't restrict them. And one thing we need to try, one thing I try to do on Balogun and Broad is to show you how all these policy decisions you hear about the news with big grammar, how they affect day-to-day business. That's what we do on this business segment on Balogun and Broad. It's one thing to talk about CBN monetary policy and whether or not they should float the naira and whether they should crack down on websites like Aboki Forex. It can all sound very academic. But here on Balogun and Broad, I'm showing you how it affects the baking business and therefore the price of bread that lands on your table. And now here's a question. Do you think the CBN should relax the Forex restrictions of flour so that bakers can import, so that they can make bread cheaply? Are CBN's Forex control policies to blame here? Should access to Forex be relaxed so that bakers can import flour cheaply? If you're a baker, if you're a flour mill operator, or anybody else who is in the bread value chain, I want to hear your thoughts on this current situation. But I want to hear it when we come back from this break. I'm Sandra Ezekwesili on social media. Sandra Ezekwesili everywhere. Just Google me and follow me, and then let's have some of these conversations off air. But let's take a break. When we come back, we'll continue Balogun and Broad on Hard Facts on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
This is Hard Facts. Hey, what's going on? It's your Deals Plug. And as usual, I've got the most fantastic information on the market. And guess what? It's tailor-made just for you. Now, a great performance doesn't just happen. It takes the right person, a charismatic entertainer who is able to translate the mood of the music in any medium. With the right band of instrumentalists, a seasoned technical team to ensure you get the best out of everyone, and a hunger to take the source material and make it better. Getting all these elements together in the same place is our superpower at Cloud. From the biggest names in music on the continent to talented underground artists with something to prove, Cloud Africa is using live music to create new and exciting ways to discover new artists and enjoy the music you already love. Discover African music like you've never heard it before by visiting the Cloud Africa YouTube channel on youtube.com/c/Cloud Africa, or search for our dedicated Cloud Sessions playlist on Apple Music and Spotify to experience the best live music from the continent. And if you want to make magic with us, we're just one message away. Visit cloud.ng to learn more, or send us an email with the subject matter Cloud Sessions at studio@clouds.ng. Cloud Live, the biggest African hits like you've never heard them before.
connections have to be strong. And I'm not talking about some godfather in the villa or plugs in the corridors of power. No, it's the small, everyday connections like how quickly do you address customer queries? How effectively do you track your staff progress? Yeah, that's the kind of connection we're talking about. And to be that connected, you need a reliable partner like Airtel Business.
That's right. With Airtel Business, you enjoy reliable, unlimited fixed internet that keeps all your business connections seamless. You also enjoy 24/7 dedicated care lines. Contact Airtel Business at ng.airtel.com today.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
Sure you wanna feel that boost? Allow me to introduce Amber Energy Drink. No more shutting down, we're going up. Oh yeah, get ready, stimulate your energy. Amber is the remedy. Go around, tell somebody. Oh yeah, get ready, stimulate your energy. Amber is the remedy. Go around, tell somebody. Say, what are you waiting for? Yeah, now you can do more because Amber Energy Drink there for you. Amber Energy Drink there for you. No need to go too far. You can find it where you are because Amber Energy Drink there for you. Amber Energy Drink there for you. Amber there for you. Amber there for you.
Amber Energy Drink. Stimulate the energy in you.
Nice strike! Guy, imagine say Messi, Ronaldo with Mbappe dey your house. Imagine the kind football experience where you go enjoy. Go imagine say you cross leg on top share, dey flex for your house because now our home, our football with La Liga, Serie A and Premier League.
No dey imagine things so. Go get your own GoTV decoder plus 1 month of mass subscription for only 9,500 naira. And make you for enjoy all the ogbonge live matches wey full ground this season. GoTV, love it.
Oga, your money please. What is this? I mean your boss fare. And you're giving me a betting ticket. I will throw this thing away. If you try it look, I have just one last game left to win a lot of money. Is it not the match that they're playing now? Now the home team, they win. I will still win and cash out even if I lose. I don't cash out.
Cash out with Bet Bonanza because every game you play is a potential win. We offer you the opportunity to win even when one game cuts. Visit betbonanza.com or any of our retail outlets today to enjoy more bonuses, better odds, and fast payouts.
Of Touch Gold MFB and powered by Creditville. Download now.
Yo, so they call you a dance legend. One move, and you have their attention. Then, when you start to crumb to the beat, everyone goes wild, screaming for more. But all of the people in your area know you. Here's your chance to move from local champion to record breaker. Let your dance skills take you and your crew to the top at the Globe Battle of the Year Nigeria Dance Competition, where you get to face off with Nigeria's finest. Grab your share of 84 million naira in prizes money and stand a chance to represent Nigeria at the Battle of the Year World Tournament. Go ahead, visit globaleynigeria.com now to enter. 84 million naira prize money, unlimited fame. Globe Battle of the Year Nigeria. Dance Unlimited.
Nigeria's tech ecosystem is on the rise, attracting global investment and positioning the continent positively. What's the secret? Join experts from the tech industry at Development Bank of Nigeria's Maiden Techpreneur Summit. Theme: Starting local, scaling global. Speakers include Inya Boyeji,
founder Future Africa; Judith Okonkwo, founder Emisi 3D; Charles Anyanwu, director LSETF; Temigiwa Tubosu, founder Lifebank; Yemi Kerry, co-founder Rising Tide Africa; and Tomiwa Aladikomo, CEO Big Cabal Media. Thursday, 28th of October 2021 at the Lagos Continental Hotel, Victoria Island, Lagos. Time 10 a.m. Admission is free. To register, visit devbankng.com. If you're an MSME in the tech space interested in exhibiting, send an email to exhibitions@devbankng.com.
Development Bank of Nigeria, financing sustainable growth.
Good things come in pairs like salt and pepper, bread and beans, sport and entertainment.
Say what?
That's right. Showmax Pro is bringing you the best of both worlds.
Everybody strap in.
I'm about to open some window.
Now you can watch live sport from Supersport.
In your life have you seen anything like that?
As well as movies, originals, award-winning international and local shows, plus kids shows when you sign up at showmax.com.
0700 4300 0700 4300.
Akayode, kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀? Who owns this number you are trying so hard not to forget?
It is the number of the real estate company who are going to give me 100% dry land, which ranges from 700,000 to 7 million in Ibejuleki. And guess what? This land will sell for over 20 million to 50 million in the space of 2 to 5 years.
Why Ibejuleki?
Have you not heard? Lands in Ibejuleki appreciate with 300% within a period of 1 year because of the development in that area, like the Dangote Refinery, the Free Trade Zone, the Lakapa in Tropicana, Deep Sea Port, New International Airport, and so on.
Oh, really?
Of course! These properties are affordable, and not just that, you can pay for 6 to 24 months.
Wow, who are they?
Vines Realty, a leading real estate company in Lagos, Nigeria, with affordable properties in the best locations just for you. Call us now on 0700 4300, 0700 4300, or visit our office at Suite 48 Dominion Plaza off Igbo FM bus stop, Lekki, Lagos. Remember, think lands, think vines.
Did you know that your body has a self-healing ability for major ailments known to the human body? I guess you're already thinking, even diabetes, fibroid, arthritis, ulcer, high blood pressure, rheumatism, acute prostatitis, prostate enlargement, stroke, breast cancer, and the likes? Yes, all thanks to Plant Therapy International, an innovation from China that tackles abnormalities and disorders in the human body from their origin with a combination of our organic products and massage therapy. Please note that our products are not drugs. They only restore your body back to the natural state with the help of this breakthrough science. So why not give it a try? Or tell that loved one what you've heard and they'll be grateful for life. Visit us this Thursday at Lydia Plaza, number 2 Gas Road, off Awelewa Street, Obadore, Lasso Igondo Road, Lagos. You can also call or send a WhatsApp message to 0806 716 1166 to get more information. Plant Therapy International, the organic way to your body's self-healing ability.
We've had many battles, we have won some wars, but in all our struggles, we have lost loved ones. It may be cloudy outside, but not for very long. We will surely see the sun, 'cause we know no matter the weather, no matter the tide, we go there together. We stand by your side. No yawa, no problem. Go fit stand to fight us. We go stand together. We go beat them down.
Everybody wants a big deal, but ask yourself, what is a big deal? How big must a big deal be to qualify as a big deal? Ladies and gentlemen, something big is coming, and it starts on the 5th of November, 2021. Wait for it.
The world is changing, but are you adapting to the change? Join the Lagos Business School, LBS, Africa's top business school situated in Lagos, Nigeria, to equip yourself with strong management skills for success in the corporate world and as a business leader. Our MBA schedule at LBS give you the option of full or part-time, and classes can be taken online or on campus. Join thousands of successful executives, career professionals, and business leaders for any of our 4 MBA programs. Admissions are ongoing for December intake of executive MBAs and modular MBAs. Register at www.lbs.edu.ng or call 080-35-150177. That's 080-35-150177. or 080-8429-6796. That's 080-8429-6796.
We all have something to say, but not everyone can get on platforms like radio to say to the widest possible audience. But thanks to on-demand streaming, you no longer need to. Podcasting has grown from a barely known side hobby into one of the biggest and commercially viable mediums in the world. You can reach your audience on your own terms with no censorship and free reign to design a perfect experience for your listeners with a little help from us. Clout Africa has a world-class podcasting studio and some of the best sound engineers, content strategists in the business. We also have the network to ensure that the largest possible audience hears what you have to say. Let us take the stress of building your podcast and have you focus only on the integrity of your message. To get started, visit cloud.ng or send an email with subject Cloud Podcast to studio@cloud.ng. The world deserves to hear what you have to say, and Cloud Africa can make that happen. Cloud Podcast, radio at your convenience.
As a partner who shares your ambition, we understand what it takes to break barriers and expand your business. That's why we're excited to introduce the Smart Business Loan from Standard Chartered Bank.
With the SC Smart Business Loan, you can get up to 20 million naira to expand your business. This is available to schools, manufacturers, retail and wholesale traders with no collateral needed. Smart Business Loan from Standard Chartered Bank is easily accessible. Simply contact your relationship manager or send an email to nigeriabb.products@sc.com or call 234-123-68475, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. workdays. To get started, visit www.sc.com/ng for more details. Standard Chartered Bank, here for good.
To grow a business in Nigeria, your connections have to be strong. And I'm not talking about some godfather in the villa or plugs in the corridors of power. No, it's the small, everyday connections like how quickly do you address customer queries? How effectively do you track your staff progress? Yeah, that's the kind of connection we're talking about. And to be that connected, you need a reliable partner like Airtel Business.
That's right. With Airtel Business, you enjoy reliable, unlimited fixed internet that keeps all your business connections seamless. You also enjoy 24/7 dedicated care lines. Contact Airtel Business at ng.airtel.com today.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
Would you like to win some money? Of course you do. Who doesn't like a win? Well, guess what? Your number one talk station, 99.3 Nigeria Info, will be giving out 100,000 naira daily for the next 30 days. What do you have to do to win? Well, I guess you're going to have to stay tuned to find out. Every day for the next couple of days, 100,000 naira will be giving out on the station. Stay tuned to find out how to win.
Good things come in pairs like salt and pepper, bread and beans, sport and entertainment.
Say what?
That's right. Showmax Pro is bringing you the best of both worlds.
Everybody strap in.
I'm about to open some windows.
Now you can watch live sport from Supersport.
In your life have you seen anything like that?
As well as movies, originals, award-winning international and local shows, plus kids shows when you sign up at showmax.com.
To grow a business in Nigeria, your connections have to be strong. And I'm not talking about some godfather in the villa or plugs in the corridors of power. No, it's the small, everyday connections like how quickly do you address customer queries? How effectively do you track your staff progress? Yeah, that's the kind of connection we're talking about. And to be that connected, you need a reliable partner like Airtel Business.
That's right. With Airtel Business, you enjoy reliable, unlimited fixed internet that keeps all your business connections seamless. You also enjoy 24/7 dedicated care lines. Contact Airtel Business at ng.airtel.com today.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
Everybody wants a big deal, but ask yourself, what is a big deal? How big must a big deal be to qualify as a big deal? Ladies and gentlemen, something big is coming, and it starts on the 5th of November, 2021. Wait for it.
Have you ever wondered where you can get all your sanitary and plumbing materials? The Choice Sanitary Wares Limited is the answer. The Choice Sanitary Wares is a one-stop shop where you can find quality, style, affordability, all in one. The Choice Sanitary Wares water closets are made from grade A materials with very high-speed flow master and a 5-year warranty on the flow master mechanism. Our pocket-friendly of products come with different designs for your comfort and relaxation, such as our top-grade shower mixers, water heaters, water taps, shower cubicle, shower rooms, and many more. Visit us at number 94 Market Street, Oduade Market, Coca, Lagos, or log on to www.choicesanitary.com.ng. Contact 0906 709 0163 or 0817 232 1764. We deliver nationwide. The Choice Sanitary Wares, innovation with style.
Some people go just promise you berekete, but they go only fit give you bear. Some no go fit do pass bere. If them too try sef, some fit struggle give you bereke. But you see glow, they no go just give you berekete. They go even give you berekete plus join sef.
Yes, so when new and existing Glow users enter Glow Bracket Plus Plus, they will begin enjoy 100 Naira MB bonus data on top every first recharge of the month, another 60 MB bonus on top every other recharge of the month, and another 400% call time bonus. And if you be new Glow subscriber encore, now 1,000 Naira bonus credits then go first take knock you welcome on top all the recharge them. This one pass all four. Knock four. Every day na Christmas with Glow Bracket. Just dial *777# or activate new Glow SIM. Make yourself fit get joy on top your unlimited value waiting for Glow Bracket Plus Plus. Glow, joy unlimited.
Do you want to become an investor or partner and a professional trader? Life Forex Nigeria is here to give you the knowledge and skills required to earn in the Forex market. So don't miss this opportunity to invest in yourself by signing up for our free classes where you can learn and make profits. With over 16 years in the market, Life Forex is the broker you can trust. Our affiliate program allows partners to earn handsomely even without trading. Life Forex operates a true ECN, where partners can also make money without trading. Our clients who are not skilled can use our trading robots and make profits too. Clients also will enjoy a tradable bonus on all their deposits. And kindly remember, trading is from Monday to Thursday from 12 to 2 p.m. and it's totally free. For more information about Light Forex, call 090-469-26481 or visit www.lightforex.com. Light Forex, your number one broker.
To grow a business in Nigeria, your connections have to be strong. And I'm not talking about some godfather in the villa or plugs in the corridors of power. No, it's the small, everyday connections like how quickly do you address customer queries? How effectively do you track your staff progress? Yeah, that's the kind of connection we're talking about. And to be that connected, you need a reliable partner like Airtel Business.
That's right. With Airtel Business, you enjoy reliable, unlimited fixed internet that keeps all your business connections seamless. You also enjoy 24/7 dedicated care lines. Contact Airtel Business at ng.airtel.com today.
Airtel, the smartphone network. 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
The thing about having over 1 million Lagosians listening to you is that advertisers want to reach those over 1 million Lagosians, and so they put all their money here. Welcome back to the show. I am Sandra Ezekwesili. This is Hard Facts on 99.3 Nigeria Info, and every Wednesday we bring you the realest business show on radio.
If you earn a living, you probably own a business, work for one, or want to start one. Business is central to your life. But do most business shows really speak to you?
Today on the show, the $1 billion valuation of
Balogun and Broad does. Let's talk about the stock market and Alaba market. Let's talk about share IPOs and diesel supply LPOs. Let's talk about Broad Street.
The Nigerian Stock Exchange recorded an all-time high of...
And Balogun Street.
The maximum I was spent on fuel to and fro was 4,000.
On Balogun and Broad, Wednesdays at 5.
Now, before we went on that break, I told you that bakers want the central bank to give them access to Forex so that they can import ingredients that they need to bake bread. I also told you that Nigeria will consume 4.7 million metric tons of wheat this year, but only 1% of that will be homegrown. So we don't produce enough wheat to make enough flour to make enough bread. And bakers are saying that even the wheat that we're importing, we're not transforming enough of it into flour locally because most of the flour mills we have shut down or they're not working well. You heard one of the bakers say that there are only 3 flour mills in Nigeria. So they even have to import flour. But now CBN has restricted Forex access for these things. That restriction is the reason why bread has become too expensive for you to afford. The other interesting thing that we heard in these interviews is that some bakers are going back to putting potassium bromide in bread because they're trying to keep the price low without reducing the quantity of the bread. Now, this is a terrible thing to do because bromide is dangerous to eat. Last week on Balogun and Broad, we had a baker on the show. He owns a bakery in Delta State. Mandela Makinde, that's his name. And, he talked about what some of the other bakers were doing.
So if you cannot hike your prices, how do you handle higher ingredient prices while still being able to handle the overhead and make a profit?
Yeah, generally, what many people do or what we've tried to do, a lot of people play with the volume.
Okay.
That's the weight of the bread.
Okay.
Bakers will call it line. Because it's like a line is about maybe 2 grams or 3 grams or 10 grams.
Okay.
So if your bread used to weigh 80 grams or 120 grams, and when you're playing with the weight, you could take out 10,
okay,
or take out 20, and then your bread starts to weigh 100 for the same price.
Okay.
So that way you adjust your weight, and then more loaves of bread come out from the bag. That's why the price has gone up, or you try to play with the weight. Yeah.
Okay.
Some other people, anyway, for me, I can only say what I do. I can't speak for other bakeries or how cunning some people can be.
Okay. No, but talk to us about what some other, we don't know their names, but it's your industry. So talk to us. So talk to us about what they're doing.
Considering how things are now, because I just give you the price of just flour.
Yeah.
There are other ingredients as well.
There's eggs.
There's butter. Butter was 9,500. Now it's 15,500.
Good Lord.
There's yeast. There are preservatives because bread, you have to preserve it so that it goes beyond 2 days because most people can't sell it that quickly. There's sugar, which is another major ingredient. There are other things as well. So those things as well have gone up. Some by 15%, some by 50%. So we just manage. So some people, instead of some people after they played with weight and it doesn't work for them, they put dangerous plant substances that are obviously banned, like bromate,
okay,
which is a terrible substance basically,
okay,
and saccharin to switch for sugar, because since sugar started getting expensive, some people will switch to saccharin and some other things.
Now, that's not all that Makinde talked to us when he was on the show about. He told us about what goes into setting up a bakery. Now, I want to remind you that I wish we had time. Unfortunately, I'm out of time, but I wish we had time. If we had time, I would have played for you what he talked about, what he said it costs to set up a bakery. Because when you listen to that and you put yourself in a baker's shoes, you've spent that much money to set up your bakery. Now suddenly flour prices have gone up. If you keep selling your bread at the same price for the same quantity, you'll start making a loss on each loaf. And that means you won't be able to recoup the money that you invested. You won't be able to pay the salary of staff. Imagine if you took a loan to buy all those things. Will your creditors accept your excuse that you cannot pay back? No, they won't. They won't care that you're now making a loss. They won't care that the cost price has gone up. They won't care that you're refusing to raise the selling price or reduce the quantity of ingredients. I don't think that they will. So my final question is, can you blame the bakers for raising prices? What do you think about this entire situation? And remember the question I asked before the break. If you were not here before the break, my question from before the break was, are CBN's forex control policies to blame here? Should access to forex be relaxed so that bakers can import flour cheaply and you can have cheaper bread, better quality bread? 01465 7190 if you're a woman. If you're a man, 0700-993-993. Hello, thank you for calling us. Sorry about that. Call back if you can. 99.3. Hello.
Hello.
Thank you for calling. What's your name?
Yeah, this is Joy.
Hi, Joy.
Yes, for the forex, I'm going to blame the CBN for actually not giving them forex because I'm sure they are aware that we don't have enough flour mill for us to do art here. So when you don't provide all these things, so why do you actually hold forex from these people? That means you are actually making us to suffer for all these lapses. In fact, after your resource person came the other day, I stopped eating bread.
Oh, wow.
Because I know I don't even trust any of those fresh baked whatever that they say they do. I don't trust any one of them because they don't even know what they do. I've worked in an eatery before, so I know some things that happen. No matter how beautiful they seem to look, they don't know what they do behind closed doors. So I really stopped eating bread. I don't give my child bread anymore. Though I like to eat bread, but I just have to stop because going to the hospital and buying bread of 800 naira and go and, stay in the hospital, which is better. I have to stop for my sister. Yeah.
Joy, thanks for calling. Edet is in Surulere. Hi, Edet.
Hello? Yes, I'm fine.
Yes, welcome.
How are you too?
I'm very well.
All right. Sandra, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, so in the immediate future, I remember one Mr. Adeshina who was Minister of Agri. And he was eating cassava flour bread in one seminar, where in Africa or Nigeria. What is happening to that? When somebody was calling you, talking about corn flour. But now I have grown. I'm an old man. I know what Nigerians were doing, buying machines, training bakers on cassava flour bread. So people were buying farms and preparing to cultivate cassava. What is happening to that one? That we are now importing wheat because it's costly. That's my question. I'm not asking, I'm throwing the question to all Nigerians and our listeners.
Okay.
Consider it. So what happened?
What happened to cassava flour? Okay. All right, Edet. Thank you for calling. What happened to cassava flour and corn flour? Now, this is not an industry I know anything about, so I'm letting the bakers educate me here. Anonymous is on the line. Hello, Anonymous. Thanks for calling us.
Hello?
Hello, Anonymous. Welcome. Good evening.
Good. If we are talking about price increase of bread, is it only bread that the price has increased?
Okay.
You know, everything about Nigeria right now has gone up. The question we should be asking is, why are things going up? Things are going up because of government policy. So we cannot tell the bakers to bring down their prices, but we should tell government to make better policies that can bring prices down, not the individuals. Because you buy your thing and sell it as you bought it so that you can make some profit. Everything in the country has gone up. So it's not only bread. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Anonymous, for calling. 99.3, hello.
Good evening, my dear sister.
Good evening, my brother. You're calling the line for women. Please call us back, 99.3, hello. Sorry about that. Call back if you can. 99.3, hello.
Hello?
Hello, good evening.
Hello. Good evening, Sandra.
Good evening, sir. What's your name?
Yeah, my name is Johnson Okon. I'm calling from Yanoworo.
Welcome, Johnson.
Hello, Sandra. It is not only the price of bread. It's government policy that makes everything called food in Nigeria to go up.
Okay.
Hello?
Yes, I'm hearing you, sir.
The CBN is not being managed by a very good economist like all those Adam Smith, all those people, their policy concerning economic policies is all things being equal. There are so many factors in the country that will make you to take one economic policy. Are you getting me?
Okay.
All things being equal is that you look at the production system in Nigeria, you look at the price of goods, you look at the inflation, you look at transportation, you look at the cost of energy, the cost of petroleum, everything put together before you can make one just economic policy. The CBN has no right to making economic policies that bring Naira down and be bringing dollars up. Are we going to change to be using dollars in Nigeria? Hello?
Let's leave it at that, Okon. Thank you very much for calling us. Let's take a look at messages we have on WhatsApp. President Sandra, this administration is killing the people of this country. It's as a result of the hard economic policies that they're making without considering the masses. That is reflected in the prices of commodities in the market, of which the price of bread is not an exception. Philemon from Lagos there. As a child, my father explained to me how lack of industrialization can paralyze a nation. This is unfortunate, what is happening in Nigeria. Why can't we as a nation work on encouraging industries to produce our raw materials for bread production? Our leaders keep making the wrong decisions, and what is happening is scary. What future is Nigeria heading to when we depend solely on importing our raw materials for production? It is well. Ofonime with that message there. Well, Ofonime, most of the world depends on imports. Like importation, I don't like the reputation that importation has in Nigeria. Importation isn't a bad thing. It's not a dirty word. It's actually good. It's a good thing. The problem is that Nigeria isn't exporting enough. If Nigeria were exporting enough, dollars will not be our problem. But all over the world, everybody imports. America imports like no man's business. Most things in America are made in China. That's why when COVID-19 happened, the world, stood to, went down to its knees because everything comes from China these days. Everybody depends on everybody else for most things. Now, that's not to say that most countries are not also exporting things. That's how they're different from us, because they're exporting as well as importing. We are importing more than we're exporting. And the reasons why we're not exporting enough are plenty. They're too plenty for a 1-hour show, which is over. But thank you so much for staying with us, being with us, listening to us, and contributing to our conversation every day. Tomorrow is Thursday, so let's have more conversations on the show. We're going to talk about nannies tomorrow, 5 p.m. We'll talk about nannies. Who's more problematic, the employer of the nanny or the nanny themselves? 5 p.m. Don't miss that conversation. I'm Sandra Ezekwesili on social media, Lagos. Those were your hard facts. Good night.
Hello, my name is Ronke from Ikorodu.
Hi, I'm Emeka from Festa. My name is Ahmed from Apapa.
I want to tell you about my radio. My radio is my best friend.
My steady companion.
My radio keeps me informed
all day long with hot topics, trending news,
politics, and current affairs.
My radio gives me the best music.
My radio is Nigeria Info.
Everybody in Nigeria listens to Nigeria Info.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk. 99.